HHH1987.com.
Hip hop since 1987. It's your man Eldorado. We live in Atlanta right now. We're kicking off the 2015 Behind the Beat segment with a group that you may not be familiar with just by their faces, but I guarantee you're bumping some of their music in your vehicles. They go by the name of the Olympics. How y'all gentlemen doing today?
What's going on, bro?
Pretty good,
right,
pretty good.
Chilling.
Now you guys, as I just gave mention to, you guys, your sound has definitely been all over the place. You work with cats from Rick Ross to Big Sean. Tell me how you guys all came together.
You got it, fast. You got it, bro.
Well, I mean, it was like just through like mutual friends. At the time, we were working with an artist, and just mutual friends through the studio, and out each other's studio. We were all familiar with each other's work. You know, he was with DipSet. He was actually doing stuff with Jim Jones. I was doing stuff with Jeezy, Slick Pulla, and it just kind of just formed, man. We all had good chemistry. And it just formed, you know, just formed right.
Organically.
Yeah, it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
Now, you brothers, you all are from the Michigan area. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about the sound of Michigan, the hip hop sound of Michigan, and how that has influenced you guys' sound.
But I think, well, with Michigan, it's just like any other underground hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying? It's. First of all, me and Fab, we're the oldest. Okay. You know, we're the same age or whatever. So we came up in the boom bap era, DJ Premier, Bomb Squad, you know, even Dre, you know. So we already had that instilled in us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're seasoned, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's basically where, you know, our influences come from, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Flawless is younger, so he keep us on our toes, you know what I'm saying? As far as the...
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say keep on the toes. Like, he make it seem like we like 50 years old, you know what I mean? Like, like, basically, we just in two different, like, eras. Like, you know, it's just like how music is today. Like, you know, a lot of the generation don't know who a lot of, like, you know, our influences are, and that's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's just something they gotta do and just go back and listen to, because like some of the artists that's coming out today, like, you know, like Joey Badass and, you know, Action Bronson, influences by Wu-Tang, and, you know, and old hip-hop 90s shit, and it's just like they don't know where their influences come from. So it's like it's kind of like it kind of gel in the same sense, but it's just different, you know. It's just two generations. So it's just like, you know, he got his and, you know, we got ours, you know, but they both intertwine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we still do everything.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. We still be working and doing, you know what I'm saying, from the trap music all the way down to the big, you know, Rick Ross on the records and shit like that. But it's like my influence, I came up on T.I., Bone, like all of that, you feel me? So it's not a big difference. We just incorporate everything all in one, so...
Now talk to me a little bit about you gentlemen's names, the Olympics. That's a huge name right there. You know, when you think of Olympics, people think of the gold medals and being the best of the best, pretty much. So talk to us about y'all names and why y'all decided to come up with that name.
We had a couple of names at first. You know what I'm saying? We did the corny route. We was like, we all from Michigan. It was 5 of us at the beginning. So we was like, let's try the Fat Five. So he quickly just said, shut that shit down. So we said, you know what I'm saying? We just thought, you know, like to actually, you know, be in the Olympics, you got to be the best where you from, you know. Like he said, I was from Detroit. I was the man in Detroit on music at the time, you know what I'm saying? I was the go-to guy. He was the go-to guy in his city. He was the go-to guy in his city. And the other two members that were with the group, they were the go-to guys in their city, like hands down, you know. So that just went perfect with it, you know. And he did the tag. It's his voice on all the tags where it say Olympics, you know, and that it was just history from there. So
now I shortchanged you gentlemen when we first started off the conversation because I mentioned Rick Ross and Big Sean, but you gentlemen's works extend way larger than that. So why don't you let the audience know some of the artists that you have worked with?
Oh man, we worked with Wayne, of course. Well, Big Sean, Ross, Birdman. We worked with Player Circle. Rocco, it's a lot of people. ASAP Rocky, Yo Gotti. Man, we work with a lot of people. Who else?
Birdman.
Tiger, Puff.
Yeah, Puff. Record with Puff.
It's hard to keep track with it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? New artists we're working with now. Curtis Williams and 29 Crew. we just everywhere, man.
We just cut some records with Future.
Okay.
Or whatever. So that's a good look. And it's a real different record. It ain't, it's like you say you cut a different record, you did something different, you really did like a 180.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a very, very, very incredible experience.
Yeah.
But we got a long list. Sometimes we forget, I sit up
Kendrick Lamar, that's
Kendrick, DJ Khaled, Ace Hood. Man, we did a lot of work.
Extensive catalog.
Yeah.
Extensive catalog.
Sometimes we be sitting up making discography and we'd just forget, like, oh man, we done left out like 5 artists we worked with. So it's long, man. It's a long list.
Now, I would no longer entitle or call you guys up-and-coming producers. You guys have already put your name in the industry and are stamping it well. But what would you say, how would you say people, your sound differs from the traditional music that's out right now today?
It differs because like we don't want to be like constricted to one sound, one genre, or a box. We just try to experiment and fuse genres and just make fun, good music. I mean, it's just having fun with it. You know what I mean? When you get confined to just riding a certain wave, and because you're trying to make that sound to that artist, and you might get a placement, and then next thing you know, they coming to you for that particular sound. It hinders you. You know what I'm saying? It puts you in that box, and then because the sound changes like every other month or every month, and if you can't keep up, then that's why you get forgotten. You know what I'm saying? It's just just basically having fun with it and being creative, and and all our influences that helped us. When we were up and coming, just listening to them, and that those are our peers, and then we just striving to be better than them, and that helps out a lot. It just keeps that hunger in you.
For up-and-coming producers of today who are watching this interview, what advice would you give them as far as obstacles and overcoming those obstacles? Could you share with us some obstacles that you gentlemen may have faced in the beginning stages of your career that kind of help propel you to where you are today?
Man.
But like you said, the times change so fast when it comes to the music industry. It used to be about actually being in the studio creating. Now you're a little man, you got to email music over. So, just be prepared for disappointments. Some of your music may not go how you wanted to go when you have an idea for a record. You got to really get your weight up, and you got to have tough skin, and just make sure you have fun at the end of the day. Just sometimes it's gonna be a drought. It's gonna be, you might not get no placements. You might not get anything. You just gotta just have a face to match your name. You don't confine yourself to just SoundCloud. Really take trips and travel and be in these people's face. You know what I'm saying? And just be everywhere. Try to be everywhere as much as possible. You gotta have a brand. You gotta brand yourself, right? You just gotta be out here. Hand to hand, nothing can emulate the hand-to-hand interaction. There's nothing on earth that can emulate that feeling when you just meet somebody face-to-face and you give them dap, shake their hand, talk to them for 5 minutes. No internet website can do that. Nothing, no tweet, no Instagram photo. So really just being out here. We started our group in 2008 in June, and in September we signed to Maybach Music. And we just went. We was everywhere. We was in New York, Atlanta, Miami, LA, traveling. Everything paid off in a couple months. Literally. So it's really about just executing. That the hardest step is the first step. Once you take the first step, you good. It's time to run. You walking, go ahead and run. So a lot of people they comfortable with the internet. They comfortable with technology. You got to really be out here sometimes.
Yeah.
They respect it more. You know what I'm saying?
Music is the easy part, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just in your heart. That's the easy part. But the hard part is just actually executing and getting your music out, and just delivering and just basically meeting, connecting, networking, and getting everything all together. People get that misconstrued, like, oh man, I gotta go hard in the studio. Sometimes, it's always good to challenge yourself, but sometimes that's not the case. It's just getting it there. When you in a studio or a room making beats, like, how does that help you? Like, you're the only one hearing it. No one else is hearing it. So you have to get out. You know what I mean? You can't just don't believe the story. So you can make it. Nah, you can make it if you leave. Your chances are better if you leave and go out and get it.
Yeah.
Jump
off the porch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Without giving away too much of y'all secret recipe, what's normally the typical formula to you guys creating your music?
Well, you know what? Now this is the part where we gotta thank technology, and we gotta thank that. So I stay 30 minutes away from them. So, you know, we not every single day, all right, I'm just driving out, we work, and, you know, sometimes I might start a skeleton, and I send it over to him via Dropbox, email, whatever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's like he'll read my mind on what needs to be done, you know, and he might add something to it, and then he'll send it over to Flaw. Flaw might add something to it. Flaw might just mix it, you know what I'm saying? It might be done. He might just mix it, and then it'll just circle right back to the Dropbox, you know, right where it needs to be, and then, you know, usually done. Then then we on to the next one, you know, and it's different. It's crazy because, you know, we're a 3-man group, and, you know, we can handle workloads easier. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's like if we gotta do some pop shit, you know what I'm saying? We could do pop shit. You know, he'd be like, I handle the pop shit. It's gotta be some trap shit that gotta be turned in or whatever. He could do the trap shit. I could do the hip hop shit. Whatever. We could handle workloads. So it's like it's great, you know. And then we got the internet right at our fingertips. So if I just want to, hey Fab, I need you to add something to this, or, you know, vice versa, he could just send it to me, send it back. You know, we can get shit done quicker. So, and then we get together and we vibe out, you know. And we just kick it and just listen to music, listen to, you know, what ideas we might have brewing, and just go off that. So it's a crazy process. It's crazy how some of our tracks got done, you know. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it pays off in the end, you know, when you got exactly what you had in your mind out. You know, that's the one thing where you win. If you could think it in your head and make it come to life, you won. You know, so.
So why don't you tell us some different programs, VSTs, or plugins that you're typically use?
Pretty much, we use everything you can possibly think of, from Fruity Loops to Ableton Live to, of course, the 4000. That's what we all started off on, the 4000, to the Motif, to the Phantom, everything. Like, as far as VSTs, I'll let Fab.
There you go.
The secrets of the level. I mean, yeah, VSTs, man. Like we all have our you know, certain preferences. Like, you know, like
we're gonna tell 3 of them.
Some fashion that requires, you know.
Yeah, we'll tell 3 of them. Nexus, because everybody know about Nexus. Omnisphere, and Gladiator. So those are 3 good VSTs, you know. Y'all gotta plug it. Y'all gotta get us a deal, or whoever. Those are 3 great VSTs, you know, and, you know, we add our own sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
like a mixture with analog and you know, digital is always a good combo, because it just gives you that, you know, that feel. Because there's a lot of VSTs that you can't find that particular sound, and you gotta hunt for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, nothing would beat a genuine grand piano, you know, that sound in a studio. So it's, you know, you gotta get creative, you know what I mean? And even just like the standard VSTs, if you just, you know, edit in Pro Tools and edit with plugins in there, you know, as far as just mixes and filters and pans and the whole 9, you can create a different sound within that. You know, even drums, it's endless, man. It's just getting creative, you know.
Now, as Big Gabe mentioned to you, gentlemen already have an extensive catalog, but as 2015 continues, what else can we expect from the Olympics?
Well, we just last week we just dropped an instrumental tape for the fans and the supporters. It's called "See You Soon." It's the LAX edition. You know, the thing behind that is, you know, we travel a lot. You know, so we wanted to release a tape, you know, based on where we travel. You know, LAX is sunny, it's nice out, it's up-tempo, feel-good music. You know, we plan on releasing the Atlanta version, a New York version, a Miami version. Then we're going to end it with an international version with world music pop. You know, so, you know, and we got a thing going for producers, you know, that do purchase it, that they get to pick their favorite 3 tracks, and we'll give them the drums for the tracks. You know, if you're an artist,
that's major.
Yeah, if you're an artist, you get to rap to the tracks, and whoever got the best track, every couple months we'll do a track for free. You know, for them, they get a free track from it. So y'all get a free track. You know,
how can they go about picking that up?
They can go on iTunes, Google Play, it's on YouTube, Xbox, the Xbox Media Stores, everywhere as far as digital or whatever. And also, man, just support it. You know, it's good. It's 7 tracks. It's good music. You know, it's real. It's instrumentals. If you just want to listen to it in your whip, clean up the crib. If you just want to play rap, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do with it. You know, it's real good music. You know what I'm saying? Support that. You know, we definitely appreciate it. You know, And man, besides that, we're starting out strong. Like I said, we was in the studio with Future, Curtis Williams, you know what I'm saying?
Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick. We just sent him some music. We're really trying to get more into the transition into the pop R&B genre, you know what I'm saying? Because we've done so much rap, and we pride ourselves on pop and R&B. The world hasn't really heard our pop and R&B records, so that's what we want to make happen for 2015.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the mic to each of you gentlemen. As if people want to get in contact with you via social media to work with you guys, let them know how they can follow you on Twitter, Instagram, and how they can get to you email.
Instagram, JFab_VSverse_ the world. Twitter is JFab. Facebook, same thing. Emails, our email is olympicbeats@gmail.com. Our website will be up and running pretty soon. It's under construction.
Yeah, I'mOlympic.com. On Instagram, it's I am Olympic Knox. Twitter, it is Olympic Knox, and Facebook, Knox is Olympic.
On Instagram, it's Flaw Olympic, and Twitter, Flaw Olympics. Facebook, Flaw Olympic.
You know what it is, your man Eldorado Hip Hop since 1987. We live in Atlanta right now, and you are behind the beats with the Olympics. Make sure you stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987 for a lot more from these gentlemen.
Peace.
Yeah.